Hello and welcome back to Moneypit Homestead. I'm Lisa, if you didn't know, and thank you for joining us today. Yesterday, I canned up 7 quarts of pickled eggs, and I am going to put the ingredients and how I went about making them because our friend needs to know how to make these eggs. So here you go, Randy. This is for you. But anyway, I wanted you to enjoy the video with me today. It was fun making it, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, here I'm showing you where I sterilized my jars. I put them in my water bath canner, and I've got the water filled up to the line there. And then I filled up all my jars with water, turned up the heat and let them all boil until they all nice and bubbly, and then just drain the water out. I've already done 3 jars, but go ahead and drain that, set them aside, and you're one step closer on making your pickled eggs. Okay, let's get started with the eggs. I've got my propane all set up here. Got my water ready for my eggs. Now it's cold. I haven't turned it on yet. And I've got 4 containers of eggs that have 18 in them each. So I think my 7 jars of quart will take about 8-9 eggs. So give or take, you know, some might not peel right. And so I'm going to do 4 cartons of eggs. Now what I have been told is if you have your eggs always pointy down in your container. Now these are already washed and ready for me to the kitty is rubbing against me. Hi, what are you doing down there? You want to make some eggs? You want to make some eggs? Okay, so anyway, what I've been told is you get a little spoon and you're just going to tap the top and kind of crack them. Now you would think, oh no, why would you want to do that? It's supposed to help peel the eggs really easy. So now these are fresh eggs that have been laid this week, so they're really fresh. And I've had a bad time sometimes when they're too fresh. They don't like to peel. So anyway, we're gonna check it out and see. I'm holding this phone, so I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do all this with one hand. I can't find my tripod anywhere. Maybe Donald's got it down at the barn because he's down there doing something. All right, so let me go ahead and get started. Ooh, that might be too big. And I really don't know what the science is about this, but evidently when you crack this, you're letting some of the air out of the tip of the egg there, and maybe it kind of goes down in the thin layer of the egg shell, and that's how it gets, you know, it peels easier. I'm not really sure, but here we go. I'm gonna put the phone down because I really need to concentrate on this. All right, here we go. Okay, so I got all my eggs in there. We'll see if they all turn out pretty good. Some of them I kind of got a little crazy and hit it a little too hard, but hopefully they'll all work out good. I can see some little seepage coming through, but I think it's going to be okay. Like this one right here. Look how much I cracked it. Oh well, we'll see. And If I ruin it, well then I will have a good treat for the dogs, and I will just make more because our chickens are laying plenty of eggs right now. I'm also making some smoked shoulder and smoked picnic. Doesn't look all that good, but all I'm doing right now is just smoking it. Let's see what the temp is right now. It looks like around 136. I need it to be about 150, and then I will wrap it. So we got a little bit longer to go. It's just really funny how that smoke just smells so good and delicious. Alrighty, back to the egg making. We'll see you in just a little bit. Okay, my water's getting hot. It's not boiling yet, but I don't know if you all do it, but I always get like just a little bit of a stir in here, so then all the eggs kind of cook uniform in there. It's not like the yolk is on one side of the egg, you know. But anyway, I see a little bit of them kind of, like this one right here has a little bit of white seeping out of it, but I guess it'll be alright. Like I said, it's no big deal if it doesn't all look perfect. Donald's the only one that usually eats these deviled egg or pickled eggs anyway. Well, I've got a couple grandkids that like it, and he has been taking some and sharing them at work. Because I have so many, because in 2020 I pickled a lot of eggs. Now this one is real dark because I have a lot of pepper and big peppercorn in it. And as they age, they do get a little bit darker in color. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to finally make Donald some deviled eggs with them. He's been wanting deviled eggs made out of the pickled eggs, so we'll see how that he likes them. Let me turn this camera around a little bit. All right, let's open it and start getting the pickled eggs for the deviled eggs. Now see, this one isn't very pretty because it was kind of up on the top where some of the air hit it. And it is really a darker color. Can you see how dark that is? But where's my knife at in my plate? Yep, pretty good looking. It's just not very pretty to look at, but the consistency, the smell smells like vinegar. Oh, sitting on my hair. The onions still are pretty firm, and that's been since 2020. It's crazy, isn't it, that you can have something like that. Here's a little garlic. It's not really mushy or anything. It has a firmness to it as well. Let me get my bowl over here and See if I might need to go get a smaller spoon. I think I will have to. I don't know if the yolk will fall out of it or not. This might not work. Let's see if this, let me try another egg. Because it seems like it's, oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. What I was trying to do was bring out the yolk and yeah, see how it wants to be on the edge of the, yeah, it's not gonna work. Oh, what a shame, because he really was wanting to try some pickled eggs. I wonder if you could just mix all of it together and just make, you know, a big bowl of the, you know, the mixture, and then you could add it to the some deviled eggs that you make, you know, fresh. Ouch, kitty. And then put it in those shells. Might try that, because he was really wanting to try the taste of the deviled egg after it's been pickled. Oh, this one turned out okay. Yeah, maybe I was just doing it wrong. It's gotta, we'll try it. We'll try it and see. It might have just been those two there didn't want to open up. I'm gonna have to go get another spoon so I can get some more eggies out of there. I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my timer set for 12 minutes for my eggs. They just now got to a boil, so we'll let them cook while I do this, because I don't want to walk away from that propane burner. Let's see if this little doodad will do better. Yeah. Oh, maybe that's what I needed. Came out really good. Now, my dad would not eat the whites of the eggs. Every time we would, he would come down for, I broke that one. For whatever holiday that I was making little deviled eggs, he would only eat the yellow part. I'm not sure that he was really that crazy about it, but he would never eat the white part. Are you all like that? That when you make deviled eggs, you only eat the yellow, or maybe you just like the white? I do like deviled eggs, but pickled deviled eggs, I'm not sure how that's going to be. We'll hear from Donald later how he liked it. I might get another jar of eggs and see, because I'm tearing these all up, so I'm not going to be able to make too many deviled eggs with. That would be pretty with these. I mean, Donald would not care to eat a broken egg white deviled egg. Now, you wouldn't want to take it to a family gathering and say, "Ooh, looky what I made," and have all these broken. Hey, kitty, don't get up here. She thinks I'm talking to her. Anybody out there want a kitten? I'll show you the kittens in just a minute. They got their eyes open just a couple days ago. Okay, I went and got another jar. Now this jar, I just made these on the 29th of March. So they're really fresh. Donald hasn't even tried these yet because they need to sit for a couple weeks before you can eat them. But I'm going to open it anyway and just see. I didn't know if you can hear that where it popped or not. Yep, it smells like vinegar. Let me see if I can get, where's the, oh, here it is. A little slotted spoon here. And yeah, let me get one a little deeper. Yeah, see now this one too is, look how little that one was. That's when our chickens were just laying abundance of eggs last month. And I guess some of the chickens that we bought last year, and they're just now old enough to lay an egg. But let me open this one up and see if it's any different. Yep, it's going to be just the same. Having a hard time videoing with the, because I don't know if I already told this to you or not, but I can't find my tripod. So I've got it leaning up against the table. Oh, it did come out a lot easier though. I don't know if it was just that egg or... It's such a little bitty egg. That was a petite. Isn't it crazy to find the little bitty egg when they lay those? To me, that's just so funny. I've got one in the refrigerator just for fun. I wanted to show my grandkids when they come over next time. Not that they haven't seen a little one before, but it's always fun to see the little eggs. Yeah, maybe if they're fresher, or not from 2020, they do. This one has held up a lot better than the 2020 egg. Oh boy, that one came out real good. Well, I will turn this back on in just a little bit. I'll get these all put in the bowl, and then I'll go mix it up with I usually put a little bit of mayonnaise in there, and some seasonings, and salt and pepper. I'll put some thunderflakes in there, and paprika, and a little bit of garlic. What else do I put in my deviled eggs? I was talking to a lady at the grocery yesterday, and she said she put relish in hers. And I don't think I have ever eaten a deviled egg with relish in it. Do you all put relish? And if you do you do sweet or dill? So it's kind of interesting. So firm, the pickled eggs. They're real firm. This one was a little one too. Okay, so now my eggs are done, and I brought them into the kitchen and ran some cold water over them. And I peeled one, and it is perfect. It is very, very hot still, but perfect. Now I'm going to, what I like to do is I like to cut the first one open and just see if I messed up any by the time that I cooked it or not. Let me get a plate. I tell you, it's hard to video by yourself because you have to have one hand doing one thing. All right, let's see. Oops. Oh yeah. Kind of. Ooh, that's hot. Yeah, I like to see if the. I could have probably cooked it just a little, well, a little bit less, because I like them to be really yellow. But that's not bad. Not bad at all. So I was kind of hoping to find that one that I kind of hid on the top that was pretty significant, where it was, oh, that's so hot. Hot potato. Yeah. But see, a lot of them have little cracks in them from where I guess I tapped it. Oh, here's one that has a good tap on it. Let me run some cold water on that and see if I could show you how easy that was to peel. Well, this is crazy. I cannot peel it with one hand and my left hand at that. But you can see it's coming off really easy. Yeah, I just cannot film. Let me see if I could trade hands a little bit. Get egg all over my phone. Yeah, this is coming off so easy. So that, I mean, I didn't even put baking soda in my water. I know years ago somebody, mentioned that if you put baking soda in your water, then it will be, it will be easier to peel. Which, it worked for me then. But this is awesome. I mean, this is a fresh egg that the hen just laid this week. And I mean, how many of you guys ever got a fresh egg and tried to boil it and peel it like that? It didn't even rip it. Perfect. Nice and perfect. All right. Well, I'm making a mess everywhere, so I'm gonna turn the film off and start peeling some eggs. Okay, here we are. It took me 25 minutes to peel 72 eggs. Now, and they're perfect, except for this one here. I got a little carried away. I think I was just getting in a hurry. But all of them are just slick as glass. So, now it's time to fill the jars up. So, in this pot here, I have 8 cups of water, 8 cups of vinegar, and 7 teaspoons of canning salt, pickling salt, and 1.5 cups of sugar. Now I believe that is right. I'm trying to think what I did because I made this a little earlier, thinking I was going to be a lot further along than I am right now. Okay, now I still have my water here for my jars when I get to that. I've got my supplies that I'm going to need. Here's my eggs and my clean jars. I washed those and sterilized them earlier like I showed you. And then I'm going to put onions, jalapenos, and I don't know if these are really hot or not. I just bought those at the produce in Walmart. And then I also bought this brand. I've never had this brand of jalapeno, but it said it was hot. So I'm going to throw in a couple of those. Now these are already pickled. These are fresh. And these are pickled, of course. And I'm going to throw in a couple of these just in case those aren't hot. And then I've got my pickling spice that I got at Rural King. And we're not putting Tostitos in it, but I've got my garlic powder in here because I forgot to buy garlic. So I'm going to put that with my seasoning. And what am I missing? Oh, I need to go get my pepper flakes. I've got my onions. I've got my lids from when I went to the Okie Homesteaders Expo. They had a booth out there for jars. So I'm going to use those. And of course my rings are all clean and ready to be used. Okay, let me go get my pepper flakes, and I'll get my recipe just to make sure I did tell you right on the ingredients of the liquid. Be right back. Okay, I think I have a few pepper flakes to use in this recipe. I'm not sure if I have enough, but we'll see. Okay, if I did tell you right, it was 8 cups of water, 8 cups of vinegar, 7 teaspoons of pickling salt, and 1.5 cups of regular sugar. And Donald's finally coming up. We'll see what he's been doing today. Now that I got all the eggs peeled, he shows up. I could have used some help with that. All right, I'm going to see if he has that tripod. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're ready to fill our jars. So now this is nothing, no rhyme or reason. I just put a few in here, and maybe like 4, and then I add all the goodies. So we'll make it nice and spicy. Maybe take one out. And let's see what else we want to put in here. Got a little bit of garlic and a little bit of pickling spice. And I brought a tablespoon out, but you know, whatever you want to do, like a tablespoon, teaspoon to a tablespoon. You know, it doesn't have to be accurate or anything like that. You're just whatever kind of seasoning. I'd say really a teaspoon is all we're going to need in there. Maybe that amount. Put some onions in there. Thank goodness I cut these earlier because that was kind of time consuming. And then a little bit of thunderflakes. I know y'all are wanting some of these already, but you gotta wait a couple weeks before you can eat these.
It's 3 weeks, isn't it?
Probably 3 weeks.
And
a good amount.
And yes, I did have a tripod for her.
Oh yeah. He didn't have it. It was in there. I just didn't know where it was. All right. And then, so now we're just going to layer it some more. And I'm telling you, these eggs turned out so pretty. I did tell you this already, didn't I? It took me about 25 minutes to do 72 eggs, and they turned out beautiful. Beautiful. I just can't get over it. So now I got about, what, 8 eggs in there so far?
Yeah, you have 8.
Let's do 9 and 10. Now some of these are small, that's why I'm able to get 10 in here. But I want to add a little bit more veggies too. So I'm going to take 1 egg out. So right now I got 9. Because I like the veggies in there, because I think your dad even liked
Oh, I eat the veggies too.
Yeah.
And they're good on a sandwich.
Yeah,
You know.
you don't want to throw those away.
No. Yeah,
Okay.
you're wasting stuff.
And now I'll just put 1 hot pepper in there. Then the rest of the little pickling spice. And maybe just a little touch of garlic in there. Okay, now my liquid, I have to turn that on. I didn't turn that on yet. And then I'm going to fill that all the way up to the neck. And then I'm going to wipe my rim off. I'm going to put my lid on and my ring, and that one will be done. So I'm going to continue doing all these, and I'll get back with you and show you what I do next. Cut. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of vinegar in my pot of water. That way it doesn't cloud up the jars.
Since we have hard water.
Do what?
Since we have hard water.
Yeah, because we have hard water. So I'm going to go over there real quick. I'll be right back. Just going to put a little splash in there. Maybe like a, well, depending on what size container you're doing. I'm doing 7, and I put probably a 1/4 of a cup of vinegar in there. So now I'm going to fill up my jars with this vinegar solution, and it's very, very hot. And you're just going to go to the rim or the neck. What do you call that, Donald?
Hit space. It's a neck. I would call it the neck.
I don't know all the terms.
She just, whatever she puts in them, she makes it good.
And you got to be careful with this because you don't want to slice your egg. So make sure you don't push on that and cut one of your eggs open. Not that it would hurt anything. You've eaten an egg that
I've eaten them when they
have
when
a
they've
slice
been
in it,
opened,
right?
Yeah. It's not a big deal. They taste good. Like I said last week in the live, and I told Randy,
Ouch.
I'm eating on eggs right now that were 5 years old. And not only that, but some of the guys at work ate a bunch and go, "There's no way." I go, "Yep, there's way."
Well, the egg is not pretty, but it's delicious, right?
Yes. Well, the ones I took out the other day were some of them every now and then will turn black, but that's like coloration. I don't know why they colored like that, but they still just, you cut them open and they're just delicious inside. I've never not eaten one, because of taste or whatever you want to say.
All right. Let's see where I'm at now. Need a little bit more. All right. So now I have extra liquid, and what I'll do with this is let this cool down, and then I will put it in another couple jars, put it in the refrigerator, because I'm going to be making more of this probably Monday or Tuesday, because I have a lot of eggs in the refrigerator.
Well, we haven't collected eggs today, but this week we've had almost 150 eggs.
Isn't that crazy? And I'm sure you guys that have chickens are dealing with the abundance of eggs right now, so you might want to do this recipe here. Now, if it's too hot, don't add the peppers. If you like onions only, garlic, then just add that. It's all up to you what you want to put in your
Usually
in your
you
jar.
put the garlic pieces.
Yeah, I already told them I didn't have garlic pieces.
Oh, well, I come late to the party.
But garlic powder is going to be just as fine in there.
Yeah.
And then I'm just wiping the rim just to make
delicious.
sure that I don't have anything on it. Normally you don't because you use one of these, but just in case something splashed up on there. And then everything is where I like it. It's underneath the headspace there real good. Then I'm going to put my lids on. Now, you may want to heat your lids up because that's what some people will tell you to do. These are brand new. I've never used them before. I already looked at them. You always want to look at your seal and make sure it looks really good and no cuts or anything sticking up on it. And I don't heat mine up. I guess you might say that I don't follow directions very good. Well, I just... Oh, there's like a little buggy.
You're a rebel canner, dear.
I might be. And then also, I know a lot of people are probably like, I already know this, but you want to make sure that you don't have a lot of dents or anything on this as well, because you want it to keep this lid down while it's doing its business in the water bath. And you just kind of twirl it on there, nothing tight, nothing loose. It's just, you want to see if I can do this now that I picked it up. Jar. Isn't that funny? I can't even do it.
Still haven't done it.
I know it. Maybe it's this little lid here. Nope, everything looks good on it. But it is really, something is definitely not good
Let's
at.
get you another one. I'll go
Yeah,
get
will you go
another
get me
one.
another one, please?
Yeah.
Just bring the bag back out if you want. Yeah, I've already looked at these, and that one looked really good. Let me just see if it'll work on this side. Yeah. So I don't know, something about that jar I didn't like. It worked.
Oh, did it?
On this other lid.
What matters? Good work.
Yep. Okay, and then I just usually, after I get the lid on, I just kind of go back and just make sure that they are kind of tight but not loose. And then I'm going to check my water. Will you open that lid just to... Oop, is it hot?
It's not a rolling bowl, no.
Okay. Then I'm going to put my jars in there. Once it comes to a full boil, then you time it for 20 minutes. And then once the 20 minutes are, turn the heat off and just make sure you don't burn yourself, and we'll come back to that in just a minute. And don't forget to put all your eggshells on parchment paper on a cookie sheet at 250 in your oven for about an hour, and it'll dry out the eggshells. Then you could put them in a little grocery sack and roll a glass over top of it, and it'll crunch them all up. And then you can add it to your chicken feed, and the chickens will lay better, healthier eggs by giving them these eggshells. And then I also made some pickled deviled eggs for Donald. So they turned out pretty good. I only made a few because I didn't know if he will like them or not. And so we'll see when he comes back from the barn if he likes the flavor of them or not. All right, I'll show you the jars as soon as they get finished cooking, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, I hope you enjoyed that recipe of my pickled eggs. I ended up making 7 quarts, and I want to let you know that it's very important when you put your jars in your hot water that your liquid needs to be hot, your jars need to be hot before you put them in hot water, because you don't want them to crack or bust. I mean, it could really bust.
Never put them in cold water.
Right. And the only way you can put it in cold water is if you're starting it from everything cold, but I don't even know of anything that you would ever do that, start off with cold water. And the other thing too is I've never used garlic powder in my recipe. Now, looking at it, you could see the garlic powder in here. And I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, because it could really cling to the eggs and really make those eggs taste even better, or it's going to be gritty. So in about 3 weeks or so, Donald will open one of these and we will test it out. And maybe what we could do, I'm not sure if you can do that, but if not...
What? Do what?
We'll leave a comment on this video and pin it, and then we'll let you know if the ground garlic, worked or not.
Right.
Because I wouldn't want you to do this recipe and it's ruined because of the...
Well, normally you put the actual garlic
I normally
bulbs
do.
or whatever in it.
I usually get the garlic and peel it, or I'll get it already peeled and I'll throw a whole bunch in there. But it sure is pretty. It looks like it's going to be really tasty with all the seasoning in it. And you can see there's a little bit of air gap up there, and those eggs will turn a little bit darker faster than the others is the longer they sit, because there is enough air in there that will turn that. But Donald still eats it and still tastes just like any other egg. Was there anything you think I might have left out?
No.
But anyway, I hope you enjoy this recipe. Like I said, if you're not into jalapenos, don't add jalapenos. Or if you don't like onions, don't add them. Just whatever. And I know a couple years ago we made some that had turmeric. Turmeric.
Yeah, I didn't like them that much.
No, they were a little... You could tell they were overpowering.
Yeah.
But yeah, you may like it, and you could try.
Yeah, there's a lot of people put a lot of different things in them too.
Well, anyway, if you are a pickled maker like I am, leave a comment below and tell me if this is kind of like your recipe or if you do something different. And if not, if you make this recipe, leave me a comment and say that you made it, because it would be kind of fascinating to see what you think of it. All right, well, I guess that's all for now. And I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day.
And until next time, may God bless your days the way He always does ours.
See ya.